Forget starving yourself or cutting meals. You've been told for years that the only way to lose weight is by eating less, but that idea has failed millions of people. The real problem isn't the calories you eat, it's a hidden metabolic issue called insulin resistance. This condition acts like a lock on your fat cells, making weight loss feel impossible no matter how disciplined you are. If you often feel sleepy after meals, carry stubborn belly fat, or crave snacks late at night, your insulin may be working against you, controlling your hunger, energy, and even your mood. Here's the breakthrough. New research shows you can lower your blood sugar response by more than 30% simply by changing the order and timing of your meals, without removing a single food from your plate. In today's video, we're breaking down a simple 5-step metabolic reset protocol, starting with quick wins you can apply immediately and ending with a powerful step researchers call the metabolic anchor. The number one step at the end flips traditional breakfast advice on its head and can help turn your body into a fat-burning machine for the rest of the day. Before we jump in, tell us your age and where you're watching from in the comments. I read and reply to every comment personally. Number 5. The acid hack. We're starting with a simple kitchen tool most people overlook. Apple cider vinegar. No supplements, no powders. Just vinegar. The key ingredient is acetic acid, which acts like a traffic officer for your metabolism. When you eat carbs like bread, pasta, or potatoes, your body uses an enzyme called alpha amylase to break them down into sugar. Acetic acid slows this enzyme, putting a speed bump on digestion so your carbs are absorbed gradually, preventing a blood sugar spike. The research is impressive. A large review of clinical studies found that taking vinegar before a meal significantly lowers blood sugar response. One study showed that just 2 tablespoons before a high-carb meal improved insulin sensitivity by 19 to 34%. Another study, published in Diabetes Care, found that taking vinegar before bed lowered fasting blood sugar the next morning, especially in people with higher starting levels. To get these benefits, dilute 1 to 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar in a tall glass of water and never drink it straight. Drink it 10 to 20 minutes before your biggest meal, usually lunch or dinner. If the taste is strong, use a straw or add a little lemon. Avoid gummy versions, which often contain sugar, and choose raw, unfiltered vinegar with the mother for enzymes and probiotics. This step requires zero willpower, just a quick drink that immediately changes how your body handles carbs. Now that we've reduced the spike chemically, the next step is using your body's own mechanics to burn sugar at the source. Tap the like button so more seniors can discover these science-backed tips, and subscribe for new senior-friendly health videos every day. Number 4. The Kinetic Cure. This next step uses something you carry with you every day. Your own muscles. It's called the 10-minute rule and is one of the most powerful ways to control blood sugar without changing what you eat. Most people finish a meal and immediately sit on the couch, at a desk, or in the car, but this is the worst time to be still. When your muscles aren't moving, glucose from your meal has nowhere to go except your bloodstream, forcing your pancreas to release a surge of insulin to store that extra energy as fat. Your muscles have a built-in loophole. They contain a doorway called the GLUT4 transporter. Normally, insulin must unlock this door for sugar to enter the cells, but when your muscles contract, even gently, they can open it without insulin. This allows your body to clear sugar from your blood, even if you are insulin resistant. A study from New Zealand found that a simple 10-minute walk after each meal lowered blood sugar more effectively than a single 30-minute walk at any other time. Timing matters. You want to move when glucose is rising, about 30 to 60 minutes after eating. Other research shows that even light activity for 2 to 5 minutes every half hour can soften blood sugar spikes. But for maximum fat-burning results, nothing beats the post-meal stroll. Within half an hour of finishing lunch or dinner, get your body moving. This is not the time for intense exercise. High-intensity workouts after eating can cause discomfort or spike stress hormones. Gentle but steady movement is ideal. A brisk 10-minute walk is perfect. But if you can't go outside, walk laps inside, climb a few stairs, or do air squats near your desk. The goal is to activate the large muscles in your legs, quads, hamstrings, and glutes, which are your biggest sugar-burning engines. As they contract, they pull glucose from your bloodstream before it triggers a large insulin release. This simple routine stabilizes energy, prevents post-meal fatigue, and over time, lowers daily blood glucose. Since insulin signals the body to store fat, keeping it low allows your metabolism to finally use stored fat for fuel. We've covered the chemical fix and the mechanical fix. Next, we move to the structure of your plate, because the order in which you eat your food is far more important than most people realize. Number 3, the sequencing strategy. This method is simple because you don't need to remove foods. You just change the order in which you eat them. Meal sequencing works by taking advantage of how your stomach and intestines handle different foods. Most people start with quick-digesting carbs like bread or fries. These pass through rapidly, sending blood sugar soaring and triggering a sharp insulin spike, followed by a crash a couple of hours later. That rise and fall pattern fuels insulin resistance. A landmark study from Weill Cornell Medicine found that just rearranging the order of bites can flatten glucose surges dramatically. Participants ate the same meal twice, once starting with carbs, another starting with vegetables and protein, saving carbs for last. Eating vegetables and protein first reduced the blood sugar spike by over 37% and lowered insulin significantly, matching results usually seen with medication. Fiber-rich vegetables like spinach, broccoli, salad, or asparagus create a slow-moving layer in the stomach. Protein slows digestion further, so when you finally eat carbs, they are absorbed gradually, creating a gentle rise in blood sugar instead of a spike. To apply this, imagine your plate in 3 stages. First, eat fiber, vegetables. Next, eat protein and healthy fats like fish, chicken, tofu, or avocado to signal fullness and stabilize digestion. Finally, eat starches like rice, potatoes, pasta, or bread. You'll naturally eat less and the carbs digest more slowly. This sequencing trick can turn even a high-carb restaurant meal into something your body handles far more easily. With food chemistry and meal structure covered, the next step is addressing the deeper biological driver most people overlook: sleep and your internal clock. Number 2, restoring your sleep. Fixing sleep may sound simple, but the science is striking. You can follow every diet rule perfectly, but sleeping only 5 or 6 hours a night keeps your hormones working against you. Sleep isn't just rest, it's the nightly reset that keeps metabolism functioning. When you're sleep-deprived, your body shifts into stress mode. Cortisol, released by the adrenal glands, raises blood sugar and blocks insulin, creating temporary insulin resistance even in healthy people. A University of Chicago study showed that healthy young men restricted to 4 hours of sleep for one night saw insulin sensitivity drop nearly 25%, with overnight fatty acids rising sharply. Metabolic inflexibility makes the body crave sugar and forget how to burn fat. Sleep-deprived brains also respond more to emotional reward centers, making sugary foods irresistible. The solution isn't just sleep more, it's about timing and rhythm. Morning light within 30 minutes of waking sets your internal clock, determining melatonin release 12 to 14 hours later. Stop caffeine by noon to avoid disrupting sleep. Keeping your bedroom between 65 and 68 degrees Fahrenheit or taking a hot shower before bed signals your body to rest. Prioritizing sleep lowers cortisol, improves insulin sensitivity, and allows the body to tap into stored fat overnight. Number 1, the metabolic high-protein breakfast. The foundation of reversing insulin resistance and accelerating fat loss is a high-protein breakfast. Skipping breakfast or starting with cereals, toast, pastries, or sugary drinks spikes blood sugar and triggers a large insulin release, followed by a crash that drives cravings all day. Eating 30 to 50 grams of protein first thing launches a different hormonal response. Protein digests slowly, burns extra calories, and triggers satiety hormones like PYY and GLP-1, reducing hunger at the source. MRI studies show breakfast skippers have intense activation in brain reward centers when exposed to high-calorie foods, while those who eat protein-rich breakfasts remain calmer and less tempted. High-protein breakfasts suppress ghrelin, the hunger hormone, for hours and create the second meal effect, stabilizing blood sugar and cravings throughout the day. Aim for at least 30 grams of protein within an hour of waking, combining sources like eggs with Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, or whey protein. Avoid naked carbohydrates at this meal. No toast, juice, or pastries. Protein and healthy fats maintain a low insulin baseline and supply amino acids for muscles, your metabolic engine. Losing muscle slows metabolism dramatically, making protein essential. By following this 5-step protocol, anchoring your day with a high-protein breakfast, restoring quality sleep, sequencing meals, moving after eating, and using the vinegar hack, you attack insulin resistance from every angle. You're not starving yourself, you're giving your body exactly what it needs to function optimally. Protein in the morning stabilizes blood sugar, supports muscle, and curbs cravings. Quality sleep lowers cortisol and improves insulin sensitivity. Meal sequencing and post-meal movement keep glucose steady, while vinegar blunts spikes chemically. Together, these steps create a system where fat melts naturally, energy stabilizes, and insulin no longer blocks your body's ability to burn stored fat. For more science-backed senior health tips, watch our next video. Seniors, 7 foods that stop leg cramps in 90 seconds, and keep taking small, consistent steps with the Longevity Steps YouTube channel.